TIFU by taking a job as a pet psychic. So, this happened last year when I was very broke, very desperate, and very willing to say yes to almost anything that didn't involve hard labor or wearing a vest with a logo on it. A friend of mine, let's call her Marcy, because that's her real name and she deserves this, said her cousin's wellness center was hiring. I expected yoga or maybe dog walking. What I did not expect was this. "You'd be perfect," Marcy said, "as a pet psychic." I stared at her like she'd offered me a job milking ghosts. "You want me to pretend to read the minds of dogs?" No, she said. "Cats, too." I said yes. I don't know why. Probably because I had $14 to my name and no shame left. The job was in this little white storefront between a vegan candle shop and a guy who sells bonsai trees shaped like celebrities. Very classy place. On my first day, they gave me a flowy shirt, a headband, and a name tag that said Luna, she, her, animal empath. My name is Steve. My first client was a lady with a pug named Mr. Pickles. She handed me a photo of him, even though he was sitting right there. "He has anxiety," she whispered, as if Mr. Pickles might sue her for defamation. So I looked deep into the pug's bulging eyes and said, "Mr. Pickles feels judged. He doesn't like the sweater." The woman gasped. "He hates the sweater." I was a natural. I made up a whole fake dog horoscope on the spot. I told her Mr. Pickles was a Virgo rising, sensitive but loyal. She tipped me $40 and told me I had a gift. I started getting regulars. One guy brought in a lizard and asked if it resented him. I told him yes, but mostly because of his loud chewing. Another lady came in crying because her cat was ignoring her emotionally. I said the cat was grieving the death of its favorite bird outside the window. The woman hugged me. I started believing my own hype, but then the boss asked me to do a group reading. At a children's birthday party, that's when it all fell apart. I showed up in costume, flowy robe, moon necklace, the works, and the kids were not buying it. One kid asked if I was a magician. I said, sort of. Big mistake, because then they wanted tricks, and talking to their goldfish doesn't count. A 6-year-old girl named Harper started interrogating me like a tiny detective. "What's my hamster's name?" she asked. I panicked and said, "Spirit says peanut butter." "Her name is Marshmallow." She squinted at me. "You're a fraud." She then told her mom I was a lying animal witch. Long story short, I was asked to leave. I got paid in gift cards to a vegan smoothie bar and a homemade coupon that said 1 free aura cleanse. I never worked there again. But to this day, sometimes I look at my dog and whisper, "I know your secrets. Mr. Pickles told me everything."